All right, this is another video. As I said, I will continuously make videos until I can't. The reason why I make videos, as I always say, is to make sure that I enlighten people that are going through what I'm going through, but also people who perhaps don't know anything about it. But it's hard for people who are not in this program tortured this fashion that to understand. So I understand that for them this is gonna be hard to comprehend, but for target individual who are in the same situation, which there's a lot. This is why I make these videos. I know that in my case, and I know in other people cases, you hear that they try to vilify the target individual. They try to create a persona, a reality that is just falsified, put together. You hear the slenderest things they say. They have this tactic of trying to make this the target individual a certain person, when in reality they're kind of projecting. I've made a video about projection, like they're literally projecting what they are part of, what they are onto you. And so for me, sometimes I'm listening to like a podcast, right, or news or something, and you hear about something happening, and then they try to make you identify to this bad thing. In this case, there was something about an actor who was accused of beating his girlfriend or something like that. And so what they try to make me think to a situation where they want me to relate that I'm an aggressive person toward women, right? Which is not true. So they bring up moments where I had to be somewhat physical in a sense to make you accept this. Now, I'm far from aggressive, especially to women. This is never going to, I'm not somebody who women should ever be fearful of, because I'm far from that. But they're trying to make me imagine a moment where they try to twist the storyline into something else. When I was in college, I'm saying 21 years old or so, probably 21, I would say. Yeah, I was about 21. I had a little house party in my apartment at the time. A bunch of people around my age came, and we were drinking and whatnot. And I remember, I was being the good host, talking to everybody. I talked to this person, she was, introducing myself, talking to everybody at the place. And this person was, friendly and whatnot. So I go around. And then as I look at later on, I'm looking at this, and sorry about bringing some stories up that's so specific, but I just want to explain how they create storylines and how they mix and they change into something else, or they try to add extraness to it. There's two steps in this one they want to try to manipulate. So I look back and I see that there's an argument happening in my apartment, right? The person I was talking to earlier, she seemed like being aggressive towards some other person. And and I approached them. I'm like, hey, I approached the girl who I earlier talked to. I was like, hey, calm down, relax. She just looks at me, and she throws a drink at me. She throws a drink at me, and I'm like, what? Immediately, my instinct is to get her out. I grab her, I open the door, and I throw her out. Like physically throw her out, and then I watch her. She kind of stumbled a little bit, and then got up and just continued to walk out. And she left the building. And I get out, and I watch her just leave. Okay, I go back in the apartment, and I'm all wet. The woman, the person that was looking at me, we're all young, so I don't even want. We're all like 21 to this young age, whatever. And so they try to make me imagine something else. And so she looks at me and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, because she was the one arguing, and I guess I tried to stop it, and because of that, I got the drink thrown at me. And I was like, no, don't worry, it's not your fault. It's whatever, it's okay, don't worry about that. They're like, oh, you see how aggressive you are? I'm like, what do you see? It's so sad. And then you hear this giggling, oh my God, you're such a pedo. They are so desperate. And then now they're like, how old was this girl that you threw away? Mind you, this is me, 21, at a college party, inviting people. So they're all around my age, 19, 20, like we're all that young. And it's like, oh, you're such a pig. These people are filled with pedophiles, right? But the way they try to change it as if, first of all, they try to, oh my God, how old was he? Well, Anywhere, anytime they can try to create a false narrative, they will do it. Reality is for them to create. Reality is what they manipulate. Is whatever they want is what they create as reality. They are desperate to get you to accept this persona. They're desperate to get you to paint you as something you're not. For the purpose to just create this, not like they have no shame. They have no shame. They don't even understand that they are the pedophiles. They are and they then try to play the feminist and say, oh no, we're doing it for our woman. You're gonna go to jail. We're gonna frame you for all you've done. Knowing that I know what they do to women. When you hear things like that,
shaking of my entire body or various body parts, specifically in a sexual way. The severe vibration is people around me. This includes many different types of zaps to varying degrees to the genitals, butt, anus, and the entire pelvic area. This also includes many kinds of movements, such as the rocking, swaying, jolting, vibrating, and shaking of my entire body or various body parts, specifically in a sexual way. The severe vibration is a highly noxious stimuli and is very intolerable. They sometimes do pulses or throbbing sensations on the genitals too, etc.
You know the rest is very sexual. I mean, the sexual torture are crazy. And they do these things. And they're like, oh, we chose you. This is not, we didn't do that. This is different. Of course, they do this to women. They have no shame. And they try to make me be like this monster, create this BS thing. When they're here torturing this woman till they kill themselves. And there's a lot. I'm going to make a few videos. I'm going to call those the avenging videos. Because I want to listen to all the things they do to women. The horrible, the torture, the rapes using this technology. And try to come up with their fantasy storylines. I know who I am. I know what you guys try to do. And I know that you try to paint yourself as something you're not. You guys are the people who should be. But don't worry. Today you're gods. Soon you won't be. And this trash that try to flip stories and create me as the villain person, well, in reality, these people are the real nastiness trash that torture women and children. The horrible things to the most vulnerable. And this is nasty. It's disgusting. Do you understand how they try to even compare themselves? Do you understand what they do? And they're the same people who try to say, oh, we're here to protect. They are disgusting human beings. And do not accept this vilification of who you are. Whatever, like, they twist reality in a way that is just delusional. Now, of course, nobody's perfect, but they're going to twist the stories. They're going to create storylines to make you this villain that is far from who you are. Just to try to make you accept these things. So stay strong and know what you are, and know who you are, and do not subscribe to this falsification of who you are and what they want you to be. So stay strong.